with a beautiful boat on the way to the waterways. Have a lovely day. Perfect. So we're at the inland waterways. We've got Sienna's super granddaughter. We're all raising money for Hope Against Cancer and hoping for better weather. Look at these beauties. Look at the skills here. How are we doing? Oh, hello there. They're pulling that through. Look at that. I'm standing there. Look at the strength. Look at those muscles. Boats are looking fab. Imagine back in the day when they were doing it with horses. They're beautiful. So the event today is celebrating 75 years of the Inland Waterways Association. Brief history, but please guys comment and correct me if I'm wrong. The Inland Waterways was a chap called LTC Rolt sort of started it, and he wrote a book called The Narrowboat, which was his journey in the 50s in a boat called Cressy, and he actually went past our wharf at North Kilworth, and he stopped and had a beer, I believe, with the then wharfinger. So yeah, he mentioned, he talks about our section of the canal being amongst the nicest in the whole country, and so I became a bit of a fan of LTC Rolt, and also he's written some good biographies about engineers of the time. So right, that's enough of that rubbish. Let's film some boat. So this is beauty. Oh no, that's a Lister 3-pot, I believe. Beautiful boat. I think it's a testament to how well they're made, how many are still around, but it's also a lot of love of these guys. Just a bit of engine action for you. Our videographer today.
Is that the ukulele choir?
That is. You see how good they are?
We need to get back.
Emily's a big ukulele fan. So look at these beauties. Look at the amount of space inside these. When we first took over the wharf, I had this plan to just do these sort of work boats for like groups of scouts. So you just like have a couple of 4 toilets and then bunk beds and then just go out, and anyway, it would be a nightmare, risk assessments and all that. This is a gorgeous boat, you'll recognise this. I did this when we were trading. Look at the detail on that. It's I believe it's a Hudson hull. You can generally tell by the tie rings there and the rivets. I'd have had anti-slip on there, but beautifully done, beautifully painted. Garden engine.
No, it's just, I'm speaking from
I'll zoom in on this just so you can. They don't need a paint job. This is the best trader on the whole network. This absolute superstar. Well, there's a reason for this, Kay, and I think you might know why.
Why what?
Why you are the best person in the whole world.
Why am I the best person in the whole world,
That
John?
Dutch couple have just booked a massive holiday this summer.
Have they?
Yes. That's all down to you, so I owe you big style.
Excellent. Look now.
Yeah, so this is... Andy helped with this. So that was a flat face on it. Looked a little bit like a skip. So till it got a big bucket of Andy Love. Oh, that's lovely, the painting there, Kay.
I need to redo the whole
Pea green. So this is the jam butty, absolutely gorgeous. So she has obviously been chopped two back ends, and the old, that's called the helm, because traditionally that was made out of elm. The 1920s. How old is she?
This is 1980s, this bit is 1890s.
1890 and 1980. It's easy to remember. Is that made out of elm?
No, it's not. It's oak post and of all things scaffolding, scaffolds.
Fantastic. They work, don't they?
Well, that's how the boatyard put it together, and we just carried it on that way.
It's lovely.
It was
So
75 years ago.
This is what you're
Sorry.
missing.
It was 75 years
So
ago.
here's Martin from Hope. Amelie,
I'm told
Sienna,
that there
my
is
team.
At least one
And this is
person
what we're
here
raffling.
who has memories of that event 75 years ago. So that's
Lecturing now about holidays.
But
It's all about the
IWA
YouTube.
has been helped and
Looks
and
good.
worked with Canal River Trust. I don't.
So this is our friend Kay.
Which will help your overall health or help your body address that.
I recognise that.
Hello, mate, you alright?
They're all cut with this tiny saw. Look at the skill there. He's been doing it for 70 years, man and boy. 70 years you've been doing it, haven't you?
Oh, 70 years, man and boy.
Fantastic. And then got Kay with her lovely honey over there. And she's selling that fridge there, but that's about 500 quid. It's a lovely 3 cheese. Hiya there! On board the beanie boat.
No.
She's beautiful.
We need to go home, so
These are beautiful. These are proper traders here.
He's not pretty enough to win.
I tell you what, mate, somebody got a great game. Also,
It's a good idea. Oh, look at these.
it's just whatever it is.
that's what I'm for you. Have you really?
Phil.
Seriously?
Oh.
I'm just saying, don't spoil my glory. I can do that.
Oh, they're lovely, aren't they? Oh, that's so beautiful. Hi, I put you on the channel and everyone's saying, is it meant to sit that low?
Oh, yes, it is.
So,
Yeah, so you send it to the bar. Yeah, so you have to open the plant to go down.
That's lovely. So Rick, that's your seat there. Yeah, you that didn't turn up because of your gammy leg. And Barbara says we're putting it on your bill. It looks like they've overfilled it. Well, they've got to let some down. God. Yeah, the Dutch barge. I keep seeing you. That's the third time, isn't it?
You're keeping a record of all
I'm keeping following you. You'll see it. It'll be on Monday night. We'll get it on.
What channel are you on?
Wharf Diary.
Sorry?
Wharf Diary. So Lazy Days has come to visit the IWA event. She's looking good. This is the famous Corn Ukulele Orchestra. So that was a bit of a wet end, but we did well. We did a good job. We raised a few money for Hope Against Cancer, met lots of friends. So not a bad day, but just a little bit wet. Sunday the 8th of June, the second day of the Inland Waterways Association Festival. So I've got to send Lazy Days out first, and I'll go and join my daughter Amelie and my granddaughter Sienna at the site, and hopefully, well, it's looking a lot nicer today. It was a bit of a washout yesterday afternoon, but we saw lots of friends, lots of lovely boats. Yeah, so just, and raised a few quid for Hope Against Cancer, obviously the most important thing, which is what we were there for. So I've got a few chores to do, but let me turn the camera around. So a gentleman called Charlie rang me up yesterday and said, oh, could I use the public slipway, obviously over where Bramble is? And I said, no, I'm really sorry, but I'm working at the Inland Waterways Association Festival. We've got a stall there, so unfortunately I can't. You know, it means I've got to sort this out and move Bramble, and it's a fair bit of aggro. But then I said, why, what do you want to do? He said, well, I want to go to the Inland Waterways Festival as well, and I want to take an amphibious car. So my first thought was you guys. Can you imagine what fun that'll be? And I know you're all thinking, especially if it sinks, but we don't want it to sink. But I just think an amphibious car going on to the canal, well, it's too good an opportunity to miss. So, needless to say, I've said, of course you can use my slipway. And so I've got a little bit of shuffling around to do. Number one is move Bramble, clean Lazy Days, and Lazy Days. Lazy Days is another charity winner, so another charity day on Lazy Days. And I'm just going to check, we haven't had any squatters in the slipway. And now looks like we're all clear. Yeah, so I can gently bring Bramble into here. But I must go and check to see if we've hatched. See how Betty and Barney are doing with my grand chicks. Let's go and have a look in the paint shed. I'm actually going to listen first because no, Barney's already out. I'm not sure if I can see Betty in there. do tend to keep quiet when she's not here. Yes, 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 we have babies. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put the camera in and record. Hi guys, don't worry, we're all family. So this was the reason to get up early and move Bramble out of the way and get the slipway ready, is because we've got young Charlie here with his, what do you call it?
Boatswagen.
Boatswagen. Hey there, what's your name?
That's younger Charlie.
Charlie too?
Yeah, that's it.
Brilliant. Well, look at this. And the baby. Is the baby going in it as well?
Fortson, he's coming yet.
Fantastic. Look at this though. So, Boatswagen. You guys are going to love this. The anchor. So, one of the more unusual vehicles we've launched. Take care. Day 2 of Inland Waterways. We're just, we're here with Hope Against Cancer. So it's a bit better weather today.
We're hoping for a better day.
We are. Charlie, I'll catch up with you later. So we've got the old and the new. This is Charlie that launched this morning.
You've only got one before you
Then pass it to
Haven't we?
Well, hey,
So we're going to go first prize first.
First, what's
Okay.
first prize? The holiday.
Holiday.
you can dock my pay if you want.
Make sure you've only got one, yeah?
Very
Who have
good.
we got?
Ellie's son.
Ellie at the
We're
sun.
still selling raffle tickets, so it's
That's for the young lad yesterday.
These are really
That's
fantastic
for
prizes.
Fred, which is
We've got
21st.
first prize.
So he's got a holiday.
We've got 4 opportunities to win a